signing his divorce papers. This is a divorce certificate.
It's not what you think. It's just a break.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Shak-Clips here once again, and today's some crazy clips of the worst couples I can find. And like always, guys, my favorite clip will be at the end. But in this first one, it is absolutely wild. This man decides to kick out his girlfriend after she does this.
What? You're gonna spill water on me? There you go. Record that. She want a serious problem right now?
You're gonna pour that over me?
No one's trying to pour anything over you.
Okay, put that down then.
Are you gonna drive me home
No, because
or
you're
not?
disrespecting me, so you can get out of my car and...
So she's obviously having a huge meltdown at the moment, but let's see how he reacts in response to this.
Oh my god! You're so soaking wet and disgusting, like a f***ing rat. That's what you deserve. Look at you, you're such a disgusting rat.
He did absolutely nothing and stayed calm, as he should have. He recorded everything, and he just kicked her out. Yes, he had every single right to defend himself, especially when it comes down to spitting in someone's face. Out of all things to do, that's definitely the most disgusting.
Give me my phone.
Said he texted you?
Let me see my phone.
Said he texted you?
Erwin, let me see my
You're
phone.
a cheater, dude.
Dude, open it. Stop.
Said he's
Dude.
7 messages.
Oh my god, bro. Give it to me. Dude,
you going?
open it. I'm not kidding. Open it.
What's your password?
Dude, give me it.
What's your password?
Give me my phone. I don't know. Give me my phone.
And this is exactly why, gentlemen, I always say, check your spouse's phone. A lot of you guys hate this advice, but out of all the clips I review, this is how people get caught cheating the most. Take what you can out of that.
I want to know some shit that I've done to men that I will never, ever regret. Years ago, I was dating a guy for like 6 to 8 months, right? During those 6 to 8 months, he called me to tell me that he lost his job. I was like, okay. I waited 2 hours. I said, hey, let's meet up for a drink or something to eat or something like that. And he was like, okay, yeah, sure. As soon as we get to the spot, I look him dead in the face and I said, hey, it's not gonna work out between us. And he was like, what? Are you being serious? And I was like, yes, I am. He was like, why are you breaking up with me? Is it because I don't have a job? And I was like, funny you said that. That's exactly why I'm breaking up with you. And then he goes, wow, you are a gold digger. And I was like, yeah, and you really are a broke. So look at us. And he was like, wow, you really gonna leave me over me not having a job? Like I'm not gonna go get one? And I was like, no. And he tried to make me feel bad that I was breaking up with him because he no longer had a job. And I was like, I do not care. The fact that you even thought that I was going to be your fixer is crazy to me, is wild to me. The fact that you even wanted to tell me that information without just going out there and getting a job and being like, hey, by the way, I got a new job instead of, hey, I lost my job is crazy to me. So therefore, I want no part in it. I don't want to know your sad story. I don't want to be Captain Save. No, none of that. None of that. That's something you call and tell your parents. You tell your homeboy. You tell your friend. You don't tell me. I don't care. That's not my problem. All I hear is, hey, I'm going to start being cheap and mean to you. That's what I hear when you say, I ain't got a job.
You know, there's just so much I have to say. First off, is this how far our society has come? Where people actually believe they can spew this kind of nonsense and garbage on the internet without facing any backlash or have any shame for the matter. In fact, I can almost guarantee you, there were some women agreeing with this, saying, you go sis, chase that bag. If you are chasing the money, then you are no different than a street worker.
I'm out of here, boy. No, I'm not doing this, bro. I'm steady catching you, bro. Cheat with your ex, bro.
You never told me to do anything. Why are you trying to...
Man, watch out, bro.
So he's obviously confident he caught her with something, but let's see exactly how he caught her.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie, boy. Who the f*** is you on the phone with, boy? Huh? Who is you on the phone with? You on the phone with your ex? I ain't gonna lie, it's over, but I'm not finna do this with you, shorty. I'm gone, bro. I'm finna get up out of here, bro. I already talked to her little ass. It's over with, bro. I'm not finna do this with you, bro.
You finna leave me?
Yeah, I'm
Please,
gone, bro.
no.
What?
I don't want you to leave.
I'm out of here, boy.
No,
I'm not doing this, bro. I'm steady catching you, bro. Cheat with your ex, bro.
You never told
What?
me to do anything. Why are you trying to...
Man, watch out, bro. I don't even think that baby mine, bro. That might be his baby. I'm not finna do this with you, man. Call my ride, bro. I'm finna call my mom. She finna come grab me. I'm not finna do this with your ass, bro. Move, get up off of me, bro.
Don't put them in our
Now you looking slow, bro. Look at you. You ain't got nothing to say. You looking slow. Watch out.
Yeah, he did the right thing. He just walked out. He didn't want to argue back and forth. In fact, she's the only one arguing. And he just simply said, yo, I'm done. I'm leaving. Once again, another person getting caught on the phone. However, this woman was just obviously being more stupid about it.
I saw a video of a woman who was running in a marathon, and when she looks over, she notices a friend of hers flew in from London to watch her finish. The friend flew in for like 24 hours. And she sees the friend and she immediately starts bawling. She's like crying and running, and you can tell she's like overjoyed that her friend would do such a thing.
I think sometimes when men are questioning why women are choosing to be single.
What did we do? Daughter of a slipper face, I thought I'm watching a sports video. How are you coming here from the bottom? Oh, choosing women to be single, daughter of a donkey?
Yeah, I have no idea how that's even correlated to the clip. And this is what baggage looks like. And when someone is literally bringing trauma from their past into their current life. Easily the worst kind of woman to be with.
Can we please bring back men offering to buy you a drink at a bar?
No, shut your broke ass up.
You're fucking poor!
Yeah, how about you buy yourself one? Men are fully done with this.
You're a victim.
Yeah, is this a speed run to ruining your life? Out of all things you could have done, bro, at your age, you decided to do this. Now you just set yourself back so many years.
This girl is so aggravating. She's always doing something. No! You serious right now? Is you serious?
Yeah, this is just absolutely messed up, and to be honest, she deserves a Sparta treatment.
How do I tell my cousin that I think I'm pregnant by him?
Instead of telling him, you decide to tell the rest of the world. Yeah, this logic ain't logicking.
Tell you why there's such a struggle right now for the single mother. One, society does not support single motherhood. There used to be this thing like, oh, you're a single mother, let us help you. Nobody cares anymore. But the biggest thing that people don't talk about is fewer and fewer men are willing to be stepdads. One of the biggest family secrets has always been that oldest child does not belong to him. That oldest child does not belong to him. Everybody knows it, but the oldest child.
Now, this woman said that society doesn't support single mothers. I have to disagree with that. Single mothers get the most benefits out of any person. However, what she's trying to say is men aren't dealing with them anymore, and they shouldn't. They're being educated. They're actually chasing a good future, rather than just looks temporarily with kids.
I'm trying my food, go away.
Is that all you got? You got mad. Shut up.
Can you get these out? You have to leave these. Give my phone now. Give my phone. Alright, so everyone is asking for a story time. Went and sat down, got me food. Then there's a toilet there with a sign of out of order on. And these two girls, these lovely girls, walk in pyjamas and slippers. And they're trying to boot in the door. And they're going, can you not see the sign? It says out of order, darling. They come over to me and they kind of like sit on my table. So I gave her like a little nudge and saying, can you get off my table, please? And then she went crazy because I moved her away a bit. And she poured Oasis on my white t-shirt. She walked off a bit. I got up and you see in the video, I'm like, what the fuck have I done wrong? Then after that, they come back and I see she's above me with a drink in her hand like this. So I've grabbed the drink, squeezed it, poured it down, and ripped it out of her hand. Whilst I did that, she slapped me.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee you these women never had a father in their lives. The actual entitlement from this video is insane. He just told them a couple words, and they decided to literally ruin his meal. What's even more insane is how slow the security guard was reacting. He was literally walking as this woman stole his phone, while if it was reversed, that man would have been tackled to the floor. Gotta love the double standard.
Everybody here in the studio, a moment of silence. Hooters is closing.
Girlfriend cheated on you? Yes! Another better one is coming. If not 1, 10. If not 10, 1,000. You crash your car? Yes! Great, a better one is coming.
Look, I hate to be the one to have to tell you this, but your son's been in a terrible motorcycle accident.
Oh my god, how is he?
I'm sorry to say it, but unfortunately he's dead.
Yes! Get in. What is it, Christmas? Oh, result.
No, you don't understand because a better one is coming. if not 1 then 10, so...
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of people are giving this advice, but sometimes to an extent, it just doesn't work. It is okay to feel sad at some point. There really isn't a positive outlook to everything in life, and you just gotta accept that.
The place where you should never put your finger.
Wedding ring.
Treat that girl good, bro. 100% spoiler. But somebody crack for free. I ain't gonna lie, the weather today has actually been great.
And then if that's the case, you just don't settle with her. You move on to someone better. You don't have to deal with a woman who's like this.
Time for men to recognize being a wife and a mother is a full-time job. So if your wife doesn't have dinner ready on time, write her up. You're her manager. That's your job. If she says she's tired and not in the mood to mess around, let her know that her time off is not approved. That's your job as her manager. If she comes to you crying and says that being a wife and a mother is not fulfilling enough for her, stop her right there. Tell her this could have been an email instead of a face-to-face meeting. That's your job as her manager.
Yeah, and she calls out sick too many times, you simply replace her. It's not easy and no one likes firing, but someone's got to do it.
Yes, sir. I'll take it off. Excuse me.
I got it.
No, pardon me.
Please go have a seat.
It's my car. I'll take it
No,
off.
I did not ask you to get out of the car.
Okay, and
go have
why
a
are you
seat.
putting your hands on me?
I did not ask you to get out. Have a seat.
I can get out of the car if I need to.
Bitch, listen. This is your bitch. This is you bitch's problem. Listen. Just listen. Look at her. Look at her fit. This is how you know she don't listen. Cause I promise you, someone told her that fit was terrible, but she said, "Fuck you, nigga. I'm gonna do what I want to do," and she still wore it outside. Bitches don't listen. What do you get out the car for? He's white with a gun.
Literally taking
This is
it
the
off.
last time I'm going to ask you. Have a seat.
I'm trying to get some water out of the car. Why are you
Stop. Listen to me.
Don't you put your hands on me?
Yeah, you gotta love when these women really think they're above the law. I'm not sure who raised you or how entitled you feel. You simply can't do whatever you want. This could have been so easily avoided, but just because women like this don't listen, their lives get worse. I can guarantee you this is how their marriage and relationship lives are as well. It's not that serious. She's for the streets. You simply move on with the next, and that's just how it is.
Now you might thought that's funny, but what if it was the other way around?
I didn't date a minor. I just asked him out to see what would happen.
Like that's any better? That's still very bad. Yeah, because she's a woman, it's not that serious, I guess.
I just don't understand why we can't celebrate Mother's Day.
Because you're not a mom, Kate. We've been over this. Huh? Babe,
Now,
what?
this one is negative, but
Why would you say it like that, babe?
Stop it. Have you experienced her fixing dinner for you?
You're right. She fixed dinner. She don't cook dinner. There's a difference.
Well, please educate me. What's the difference between fixing and cooking?
Kraft mac and cheese, microwave edition.
That's what? That's cooking or fixing?
That's fixing.
Okay, cooking is homemade macaroni and cheese with the
With your receipts. You gotta have the receipts. Put it together. You know, when I cook dinner, I don't skip. I go chop up my onions, go chop up my bell peppers, chop up my other type of onions, the French onions, put it in there with my little seasoning salt, and then I go ahead and chop up the lamb chops, because that's what she likes, lamb chops. So therefore, I season the lamb chops, throw them in the air fryer on roast for 15 minutes, take them out, put them on the salt, let it simmer, put my rice
What's your address?
Yeah, but I said we
Yeah, this man got a full-time job and he knows how to cook better than a lot of women out there. And if that's the dynamic you have in your relationship, where you as the man know how to cook more than your own wife, while she's a stay-at-home wife, that's clearly just not okay. What is she doing with her time? Even before she met you, what was she doing? If she's just wasting her time and doing absolutely nothing, you don't got a wife in my opinion, you got a pet.
I have a question. Excuse me. I got a question. What advice would you give me for a female?
Stay away from You know what he had to say was very serious and true when he had to come back and say it.
I don't know how many times I need to explain this to you guys. You do not need class when you take it in the
Up as a woman tomorrow morning, what's the first thing you would do?
That's a lot of thought and contemplation.
Brush my hair.
Why brush your hair?
Because mine is quite short.
Okay.
Who's a freaky ass nigga?
Yeah, this man said a lot of nothing, but in the same sentence said everything we needed to know.
Body shamed by my husband.
You out of shape. It's that simple. You walk up the stairs and you breathing hard and shit. I don't know why you acting like it's such a big deal for you to go to the...
I recently came across this video of a guy telling his girlfriend she needs to lose weight. Everyone on social media freaked out on him, calling him fat phobic and how she needs to find a new boyfriend. The truth is here, he's not a villain. This man is being honest, calm, clear, and transparent, and he's saying what most men won't say because they're afraid of an emotional explosion that follows. All the people that are directing hate towards this guy are completely wrong. This is what happens when feelings are prioritized over facts. When love me no matter what turns into an excuse to avoid growth.
He's 100% correct. If my significant other can't handle constructive criticism that will actually benefit their life and get offended by absolutely everything, then you probably should not be with that person. And I would have this conversation before I get married. And yes, I would even test it out as well. If they can't handle constructive criticism, I don't want to be with them. And the same goes for me as well. They should be able to keep me in check as well because that's the best thing for our future.
Regret marrying her?
Absolutely. I said to her in one of my text messages to her, because she didn't respond because I kept asking, why did you file for a divorce? And she wouldn't say anything. I tried to reach her mom. Her mom would not respond either. I was totally blindsided. I was no member of her family, whether on the mother's side or on the father's side, reached out to me. She never shared her concerns or issues with me before filing for divorce. You discuss issues and say, hey, if this does not change or something does not happen, this is what might come of it.
I was actually going to ask you if this was something that you saw coming, if conversations had been had prior. What do you think Portia's reason was to file for divorce?
Oh, she's a gold digger. I think I was targeted. I was targeted from day one for financial reasons. When I filed for divorce from my previous, ex-wife, she was in my DM praying for me, and I think I was in a vulnerable position at that time, and I entertained it, and so it just kind of snowballed from there. Getting engaged in 30 days. I mean, who does that? I was out of my goddamn mind.
Yeah, to be honest, guys, I was actually feeling bad for him until he said that part at the end where he said he only knew her for 30 days and he got engaged to her. This guy is just a simp. I'm sorry. Obviously, he got played. Obviously, he lost half of his things. He just wanted his money. But sometimes some men need to learn the hard way. And it's pretty crazy to know that a man this old can still be a simp at that age. You would think that you've seen enough in your life to understand how women work, but I guess not.
What was the point of me getting this ran through and couching this many bodies just to have no hoes? Roster empty, but how many people have been in me?
And this is exactly why I hate large body counts. One of the biggest reasons. You're telling me you slept with 100 people and not one decided to be with you. Yeah, you're clearly a problem.
I have to say something. I've spent hours and hours with divorcing men of all income levels, from billionaires to millionaires to, the very working class earlier in my career. And they all tell me the same story. And that story is some variant of that she's not grateful at all anymore. Like, there was a time where I was her hero and now I'm not. And that's what the girlfriend is. Like, don't kid yourself. The girlfriend half the time is nowhere near as hot as the wife. But you know what she is? She's grateful. She's grateful. She's grateful. She's effusive in her gratitude. She makes him feel like a hero. She squeals with delight at his jokes, at his sex, at his whatever. She's just delighted. As opposed to irritated, short-tempered, talking about all the things she doesn't have. Like, you ever want to just wreck a guy's day? Tell him that, like, oh yeah, Karen got this, and it's so nice. And you're like, and he's like, well, you said you wanted that, so I got you this instead. Like, and it's such a, you listen to it and you're just like, why would you do that?
And I feel like there's a point that he's missing out on, which is this is usually what happens when women marry for money. Like, these are what happens to billionaires and millionaires. These are the kind of arguments they're having with their wives, how they're being unappreciative, and they don't look at these men like they're kings anymore. It's because they got used to the money. And that's exactly why I always say women should be chasing men not for money, but for looks and personality. If that woman doesn't find that man physically attractive or you physically attractive without you spending your money, then you shouldn't be with her. Or else this can be your marriage life because it doesn't solve all problems, clearly.
Beyonce asked to get closure from her ex 2 days before our wedding. She said it was in the spirit of honesty and that she could have gone behind my back, but wanted to start our marriage with full transparency. 2 days before we say I do, she's asking for permission to get closure from a past relationship. Is that maturity or a massive red flag? Because now I'm stuck wondering, if she still needs closure, is she really ready to marry me?
She's not. Massive red flag. Because why wasn't your closure met when you agreed to marry this man? Like, you're going into a full marriage with another man and you don't have closure from your previous relationship. Honesty doesn't mean, what does it mean for someone to be honest? Like, good for you, like 2 points for that, but that doesn't mean that's right.
But she was honest before the fact. She shared that she wanted to get closure. So it's not like she did it and would be like, oh, I did such and such.
And I respect
That's not the point.
Okay.
That's not the point, because it's like, she could be honest, but that doesn't mean what you're doing is okay. It's not okay, because I can be honest and say, hey, I somebody yesterday. Just because I'm honest about it, that doesn't mean what I did.
Yeah, there's only one smart woman in this entire podcast. There is no such thing as having closure when you're about to get married. She's just giving her ex one last chance to take her back before she actually gets married with somebody else. This guy is her second and last option, but her first option would be the ex. You don't need to have closure when you're already in love with somebody else. And this man is getting manipulated by thinking that this is mature and she's just being honest with him. Bro, your woman clearly doesn't love you.
I knew he would not have continued the relationship if I had told him the truth at that moment. So I panicked and told him, like, one person, one time. It wasn't, and I was like, I felt so bad about it, which
you didn't.
And that's, now yeah.
Is your marriage good other than this big secret that's underneath it?
Yeah, it's honestly wonderful.
Okay.
He's wonderful.
Okay. And so you have this whole life but not for this lie that has grown underneath the foundation of our marriage.
Now, people in the comments are saying, oh, it's only one body, it's not that serious, he shouldn't divorce her over this reason. However, I feel like it's more than just that. If she lied about this, there's probably other things she lied about as well, just to be with him.
Wait, have you ever had your heart broken?
Yeah.
I feel like those situations make you the best person that you are today. Like, if you got your heart broken, you've only been through that because, you feel me, that was just meant to happen, and it just strengthens you in the long run, you feel me? Like, I don't cap, like, I got my heart broken, like my roommate, I don't cap.
That's crazy. See, like, I wouldn't want to admit that. Like, I could never, like, own up to that. I have to pretend like that never happened.
No, it's just real
shit.
shit.
That's just me, though. Like, I would just be like, oh, heck no.
Like, my ex, Phantom. Do you know who Phantom is?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
How long did you date her for?
3 years.
And you're still friends with Phantom?
Yeah. You wanna know why?
Yeah, why?
Because he told me. He was like, yo, KC, I gotta tell you something. Your suck. And I'm like, hey, man, I appreciate you for telling me. It's weird that you did it, but I appreciate you for telling me.
Why didn't he tell you before? She's like,
because she was just testing her. He was like, ain't no way she don't suck. But she really did it.
You don't feel any, like, harsh feelings towards him?
At first, I did, but I respected him as a man for telling me.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with him at the end there. Your man didn't have to physically do the act to know if she was willing to do it. The moment they linked up was probably enough of an answer. But besides that, is there some truth to what he's saying about how heartbreak can really change a person? Yes, of course. And depending on the kind of person you are, it could be for the better or for the worse.
Got to draw some lines. This shit getting out of hand.
Men that work in construction, I'm not gonna lie, y'all deserve the world, because, like, look at this shit. They really just making this. They just in.
At least a woman who's actually appreciating what men do in society. Women can't do this.
Some women on social media are upset after it's been found out LA Fitness is now banning people from recording individuals in the gym without their permission to combat this new trend of false accusations against men in the gym. So goofy alert. This all started when it became a trend where women on TikTok will record themselves at the gym. Then if a man pops up in the background, falsely accuse him of being a creep or stating that he was doing something he wasn't. Some women on social media are upset, saying that this is stopping them from protecting themselves and sharing their stories of the gym when they feel like men are being creeps, which is complete cap. because so far all the videos that have exposed these so-called creeps have been exposed to be false.
I am so glad this is actually finally happening, because the amount of times I've seen clips of this, of women literally putting men on the spot for doing absolutely nothing, and feminists trying to find these men, ruin their lives, their work life, get them fired from their job, when they're literally just trying to work out but they're being recorded on camera. Sorry if I looked at you for having a whole setup in my face.
Like dating recently, because when a high value man like myself comes into the fray, like I just have, I don't know, all these women are just like, what do you do for me? What value do you add to my life? I don't get it.
I mean, this is our first date. I thought we were going to get like pizza or something.
Why would we do that? There's a completely fine kitchen in my apartment. You should come cook. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to cook.
I'm like, I don't really like cooking that much.
Yeah,
to be
of
honest.
course. I mean, look at you.
What?
Yeah. You don't look like you can cook. You don't look like you can clean. I don't even know what you're doing in my car right now.
Yeah, I don't like when men address themselves as high valued or alpha male, because men who usually do that aren't. And also, if you're not feeling a woman and you don't like her, then just let her leave. This is a short clip, I did want to focus on it. If you're a man and you got in a relationship recently, and you decide to leave your entire male friend group for that person, just know you're a bad friend, because they were with you the entire time, before that person even showed up in your life.
Men used to go to war. That's all I'll say. Like,
Women used to be worth going to war for.
They just show their buttholes on the internet.
That's what I'm talking about!
Yeah, how about you ask a bear to give up that seat, since you guys prefer them over men anyways?
Realize about people when you were a bartender.
If your lady has a go-to bar, she got a go-to side piece. When I was a bartender, I watched a lady come in with her husband. They came in there, they ate brunch together. It was beautiful. I'm telling them how beautiful they look together. This is awesome.
No way.
He left, went to get the kids, because she was like, all right, baby, I'm gonna go pick up the kids, da-da-da. She sat and stayed. She kept talking. And I noticed, right? Because I'm just, as bartenders, we observing the things. You know what I mean? Like, we watching everything that's going on. We got relationships with our customers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are broke therapists. That's all we are. And then I noticed she getting more flirty. I'm like, maybe I'm drunk. Because as bartenders, we drink. And then I noticed, like, wait a minute. Is she dipping to the bathroom? And I watched her sleep with her favorite bartender, who wasn't me. It wasn't, I'm just saying that on camera. It was not me. I got a wife, baby. It wasn't me. But I know who it was.
Yo.
And she came in all the time. While her husband's picking up the kids, somebody else is dropping theirs off in her mouth. So if your lady always at the bar, hopping, she getting it popping. It is what it is.
Yo,
Now guys, I watch these clips daily, and to an extent, there comes a point where I literally have no idea how to avoid this. Like, through all the clips, I usually try to fix some problems or figure out how things are avoidable, but this is just very hard. And all I can really say is, there's usually hints and signs when a woman is promiscuous still in the marriage. When she still has her eyes wondering how she's reacting with certain bartenders and the conversations they're having in front of you. And if you can't sense the flirting, you're gonna get cheated on behind your back. That's why it's important to be emotionally intelligent.
This is a day in the life of a beta male. I wake up at 7 a.m. and immediately jump on Instagram. I like to start my day with anger and outrage. The videos I hate the most are made by Content Machine. At 9 a.m. I start my workday. I don't particularly like this job, but it pays the bills. I make enough money to just barely stay in the class I was born into. At 9:15, I take a break by looking at hot girls on Instagram. At 1 p.m., I quietly admire my coworker Amanda from a distance. I fantasize about what it would be like to be with her. In moments like this, I think of the quote, "The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation." I wonder if today will be the day I muster up the courage to ask her.
Now, I really thought this man's life was kind of normal. He has a little side job where he posts stuff on social media, then he goes to work like a regular person. But the last two things where he obsesses over a girl, yeah, that's some beta male activity.
Seriously, freak out.
Don't make this hard. I want to explore multiple other women at one period of time.
I am not signing this. What do you want to explore other women?
Well, what about when I'm trying to get freaky in the bedroom, and I try to bring another girl in, 2 or 3 girls, you say no?
When have you ever asked me to do? We're married. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want that.
So you don't want to break?
Is this a trick question? I'm not signing that shit. I'm not signing it's divorce papers. This is a divorce certificate.
It's not what you think. It's just a break.
So guys, obviously there's a camera in the room, and this guy decided to prank his girl because she said she wanted a break. Now, let me just say that the comments were very not happy about this, saying that this was too much of a prank to be called a prank. And to be honest, I do agree. I just don't like when couples argue and bring their trauma on social media for entertainment, because it's not really entertainment. You guys are just ruining your marriage for views. That's just my opinion though, guys, because it does wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys do want more content just like this, please watch the videos you guys see on the top screen. It is much you know a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.